Hello, my boss Slaymates. It is me, Aikanisha, your favorite boutique consultant. And as promised, we are going to be talking about mistakes that I have noticed people are making when it comes to wholesalers. So grab your pen and paper and let's get started. So the very first thing I have noticed that people are doing when it comes to wholesalers or vendors or people, that are supplying the goods for your boutique is that they are taking shortcuts. There are two ways I am seeing people take shortcuts. And the first way is that they are using non-vendor vendors. What I mean by that is they are using vendors who do not require any legalities to get onto their website. So that ties into the second way they are taking a shortcut, which is not doing research and not being legal. So that means you don't have a business permit number, you don't have an EIN, you don't have a sales and use tax number, whatever the requirement is for your state. Every state is different. So you need to research what you need in your state to make your business legal. So that way you can have your numbers right and you can get on actual reputable vendor websites and shop for your boutique. So why is it a bad thing for you to use vendors who do not require the information? Well, first of all, anybody can get on. So let's say you are offering maybe, like this dress right here that's on my mannequin. Let's say you're offering this dress, right? And you got it from a vendor who does not require any legalities. Let's say I buy that dress, or I don't buy it. I see that dress on your website. I just so happen to do an image search on Google, or I just am Googling, paint splatter dresses or whatever. And sorry, y'all, I keep getting messages, from clients. Okay. So let's say I just so happen upon the same vendor that you're using and I see this dress. Let's say you're selling it on your website for $50. I see it on the website for $10. Of course, I'm going to get that. They don't even know if I'm a customer or if I am a boutique owner because they're allowing anyone on the site. So you should not be using vendors who do not require you to be legal. That means they are most likely unprofessional. That means they are most likely not going to have contact information. If something goes wrong with your shipment, you most likely are not going to be able to contact them. You may be able to contact them maybe if your shipment's delayed. Maybe. What if you don't get your shipment? Oh, well, you're shit out of luck because you're using a vendor who basically is unprofessional and they're showing you that they don't care. They just want your money. So therefore, you're basically telling yourself that you don't care about your business enough to be legal and use reputable vendors. You also are putting yourself in danger of getting poor quality. You're going to get poor quality or you're probably going to get knockoffs because they're most likely using fake pictures that they've gotten off of other boutiques' Instagram pages or other boutiques' websites. There are a lot of boutiques on Instagram whose pictures get stolen. I have a video all about that. I will leave that in the description box. Make sure you check that out so you can see what pictures are most likely stolen. One way you can tell is the model will have their head cut off. You will also see pictures where the model is in the exact same pose for every single color. There is no way. I work with models all the time and I have modeled myself. And there is no way that a model is going to do the exact same pose down to the hair being in the exact same spot on every single color option of an item. That just does not happen. So that's another way that you can tell that the picture is fake or stolen. Now, another shortcut I have noticed, mistake that people are doing is that they are using vendors that everyone's using. The number one culprit in that, I have already done a video on this particular vendor or wholesaler. It's called Gitiwholesale. There are so many boutiques that are using this particular wholesaler. I won't go into detail about it because, like I said, I do have a video all about it. Check it out. Description box has the link. But the thing about that is that just because it was quick and easy for you to find and their stuff is, nice or whatever, it's going to be hard for you to stand out because let's say I saved up $5,000 to start my boutique. You only saved up $1,200. You can only get a certain amount. I'm going to get a shit ton more than you can. So therefore my prices are probably going to be a little bit lower than yours because I can afford to do that. So you're probably offering this dress at $70, whereas I can offer it for $40. who's going to get more customers? Most likely me, because I'm offering the same quality, same thing, probably a model. You're probably using a vendor picture, so people are probably not trusting you. So therefore, you're doing yourself a disservice by using a vendor that everyone else is using. You're going to get compared a lot. You're going to lose trust. No one's going to trust you if you're using the same pictures and having the same products as 7 other new boutiques out there. So you do not need to be using vendors that everyone else is using. You need to do your research, which ties into the next problem, or mistake rather, is that a lot of people purchase vendor lists. I have a video all about that too. That will be in the description box. But purchasing a vendor list is a mistake. I actually used to sell them. I sold them for about 2 weeks or so, and then I stopped. But basically, purchasing a vendor list basically shows you're lazy. You don't want to do the research yourself. You are wasting money because some people would charge an insane amount for a vendor list. This stuff can be Googled. I didn't buy a vendor list. I found my vendors on my own. How? I went to Google. I didn't just stop on page 1, 2, and 3 of Google. I literally went through 50 pages of Google. Yes, I did, because I was committed and I wanted to find what I wanted to find. I wanted to have all the information I needed to figure out who was going to be supplying my products. I have told people numerous times there are 3 websites for you to start off on, and there's really the only 3 websites you need: fashiongo.net, lashowroom.com, and orangeshine.com. Go to those websites, but you can only get on them if you're legal. So make sure you have your legalities in order, because they are reputable. Fashiongo.net has thousands of vendors. They all have thousands of vendors. Fashiongo.net is the #1 fashion wholesale marketplace. So I suggest starting there first. But I do suggest having memberships on all 3, because there are some vendors that are not on all of them. There are some vendors who are just on OrangeShine. There are some that's just on LA Showroom, and so on. So make sure you join those particular websites. So what you need to do, like I mentioned in the video about vendor lists, instead of purchasing a vendor list, you need to, if you're going to be purchasing something or investing in something, invest in the how and the afterwards. What do you do after you find your vendors? How do you get sales? How do you market? How do you brand? All of that. That is what you need to invest in. That is what you should pay for if you're going to pay for something. Because anybody can get a vendor list. Anybody can get a vendor. Anybody can get a number and get a vendor. But not everyone can market the same way. Not everyone can learn how to brand. Not everyone can build a community and get loyal followers. Or loyal customers rather, not followers. So that's what you need to be purchasing if you're going to be purchasing something, not a vendor list. Now, I'm going to give you all a bonus. I was only giving you 3 mistakes, but I'm going to give you a bonus because this is something that people do not know, especially a lot of beginners that start off on Fashion Go and other wholesale marketplace websites. So when you're on Fashion Go, for example, you will see the name of a vendor and you will see an M or W or D. Mostly you'll see an M or W, and you will see manufacturer, wholesaler, distributor. A mistake that a lot of you all are making, I made this mistake myself until I realized it because I didn't pay any attention at first. A lot of you all are purchasing from those vendors, from those people who have the W beside their name, who are wholesalers instead of the manufacturers. If you notice that one vendor is selling the same thing as another vendor, and one has an M and one is a W, you need to be purchasing from the M, which is the manufacturer. Their prices are going to be lower. The wholesaler is basically doing what you're doing. The wholesaler is the middleman. You want to cut them out and go straight to the source, which is the manufacturer. So therefore, you're purchasing from the wholesaler who actually went to the manufacturer themselves, purchased it at a wholesale price, and now they're selling it to you for their wholesale price. So you're paying double, basically. So make sure you are purchasing from those who are manufacturers. They are making their own. They can do private labeling for you. That is who you need to be purchasing from. Now, if you have to purchase from a wholesaler or distributor, that's fine. Their prices are going to be low, but they're not going to be as low as the manufacturer. So see if you can find that product that you want from a manufacturer first, and then go to a wholesaler / distributor. That is something that you will find only on wholesale marketplaces, such as Fashion Go, OrangeShine, and LA Showroom. So with that being said, since we're talking about buying, if you are a member of my Patreon, I am going to be releasing a guide probably tomorrow called Buying Secrets. I'm going to give you all a few secrets and a few easy ways and quick ways to purchase things from wholesalers in a cheaper way. It's something that I've learned, something that I figured out, and it has gotten me more product for less money. So make sure if you are a Patreon member, a member of my Patreon, that you look out for that guide. It's going to be called Buying Secrets. Look out for that. If you are not a member, I do suggest becoming a member. You can click the link in the description box for that. In order to get that guide, though, you have to be a $25 member or above. If you're the dollar member, you're not going to get access to this guide. This guide has quite a bit of good secrets in it, so I'm not giving this to everybody. It's only for the gold members and above. Now, for the next video, we are going to be discussing your first 60 business. Your first 60 days in business. We're going to discuss some things that you should expect, things that you should be doing basically in your first 60 days of business. So make sure you subscribe, like this video, share it, and make sure you hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when I do post that video about your first 60 days in business. Thanks to you guys for all your support, and thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye.